What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Off-White collaboration with Nike on the Air Rubber Dunk in the green stripe colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Rose Gold and Black. They're an Australian-based jewelry and accessory company, and for someone like myself who doesn't really wear too many accessories on the daily, their products are very versatile and very wearable. So right now they're having their October sale, where my viewers only will be able to get 20% off their entire purchase through that special link down below. In addition, if you guys use the code SEAN at checkout, you can stack your discount and get an additional 10% off as well. So be sure to check them out, show them some love, and it's a very easy way to spice up your look. Jumping back to the shoes, these Air Rubber Dunks is the latest collaboration between Off-White and Nike. This pair dropped alongside two other colorways on October 1st for a retail price of $190 US or $250 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is black, white, and green strike, and the three colorways of this shoe were released as regional exclusives, with this black and green pair landing in North America. Historically, for Virgil Abloh's collabs with Nike, oftentimes we see him strip away aspects of the shoe, but for this pair, he takes your traditional dunk and he adds a ton of different components to it. According to Nike.com, it's a combination of your classic dunk with elements from the Pegasus running line, and overall, this shoe is a nod to skateboarding. As we look at the toe box, this area is covered with this black colored rubber with this green outline on the edges. The front toe cap is covered in this black colored nubuck, but we have these triangular hits of rubber to give you added durability. The size of the shoe, there's a ton of different things going on here. So the base layer is done in this black colored mesh, but we have these leather straps, which is done in this glossy finish. And this design is taken from the Nike P6000. You'll see the middle two eyelets are done in this rubberized fashion in a combination of black and green. And then stitched on top, we have the outline of a Nike swoosh done in this green colored rubber. Hanging off the edge of the swoosh on the lateral side, we have the signature orange tab, which is commonly seen across many of the Nike Off-White collabs. And running along the bottom of the lateral side of the shoe, we have more of that black colored rubber with this outline of green on the edges. On the medial side, this is a little bit different than the lateral side. Namely, we don't have that orange tab on the swoosh, and instead, we have the signature Off-White text, which is printed on in this white color. Moving towards the back end of the shoe, so the upper collar area, this is done in this black colored mesh, and it's actually very well padded. This connects to a point at the very back of the heel, and then overlaid on top, we have this black colored nubuck with Nike Air branding in black. For the laces, these come with a flat black colored lace, and the tips of the laces have that shoelace branding in green. Underneath the laces, we have the tongue. So the majority of the tongue is lined in this black colored mesh, and it's padded with foam on the interior. We have this black nubuck strip that runs down the center of the tongue, and at the very top, we have this custom Nike off tag, which is done in this black nylon with green lettering. The sides of the tongue have this unfinished look to them, so you can see the exposed foam from the edges. Moving on to the insoles, these come with a yellow colored insole with Nike and Off-White co-branding found throughout. So the upper of these Air Rubber Dunks sits atop this black colored midsole, but one of the biggest changes Virgil Abloh has done to the classic dunk look is he's incorporated this visible air unit found underneath the heel. This is outlined in this green color, and it's probably my favorite part about this shoe. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your classic dunk outsole. This is entirely done in this green stripe color. We have the circular traction pattern on the forefoot and Nike Air branding right in the center. And of course, this wouldn't be an Off-White collab if it didn't have the zip tie. But in this case, the zip tie is a little bit different. It has a felt-like fuzzy feel to it instead of the traditional smooth plastic finish. For those wondering how these fit, I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I got these in a size 10. Overall, I'd say that they do fit true to size, and if anything, they're slightly roomier than your normal dunk. So I find like your normal Nike sportswear dunks, sometimes they fit snug, so I'd say that I'm between a 10 or a 10.5 in the average dunk. However, for these guys, there's no need to go up a half size. I felt like the size 10 gave me a very nice roomy fit, and it even works for wide footers as well. Moving on to the topic of comfort, overall I'd say that these aren't the most comfortable shoe out there. Technically, I guess this is meant for skateboarding, so it does give you a very flat feel and you're very low to the ground. But if you're looking for something that has some softness and cushion to it, then this is not going to be the shoe for you. In addition to the fact that it's very stiff, it also feels very heavy in hand as well, and overall just has a really clunky vibe to it, which I wasn't that big of a fan of. Finally, touching upon the quality and the craftsmanship on this pair, overall I'd say that it was alright, but it wasn't overly impressive. There's so many components on this shoe, so I wasn't really that surprised that there were craftsmanship issues, but all in all it was pretty minor, like loose threads which I cut off, and some discoloration on the nubuck, which wasn't that big of a deal. With all that being said now, let's lace up these rubber dunks and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. So I've broken down the construction, the comfort, the fit, all that good stuff about this shoe. So $1 million question, how do I actually feel about this pair? And I gotta say, I am definitely not a fan. To me, this is one of the worst Off-White and Nike collabs he's ever made, though I do gotta give Virgil Abloh credit for creating something that's brand new, so he definitely gets points from that respect, but the finished product, at least for me, is just definitely not my taste. This really reminds me of like those chunky 2000s skateboarding shoes, and I don't know if it just doesn't fit my aesthetic and my style, but I just find it looking really ugly. That doesn't mean that you guys can't pull it off though. I'm sure there's tons of people out there that can pull this off and make it look semi-decent. It's just, to me, it's not really my taste, and it's something that doesn't really need to be in my collection. Hype aside, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Off-White Nike Air Rubber Dunk in the green stripe colorway. Of the 3 colors that released, how do you rank this one compared to the other 2? I personally probably put this one as the second best after the silver and university blue colorway, but honestly, all 3 to me aren't really worth owning. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So until next time, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.